Mr. Upnlive, how it's been? How the weekend been? How the gravel look? How the road is here?
You're on the ground alright, on the ground hot, me turn one frequent. What?
Wait, turn on the mic first.
It's on.
It's on now. What
Yeah.
did? Were you just there a while ago?
Frequent.
No, that I never saw it.
What me say all ago?
Me ear freak. Wait.
No.
Like.
You see that?
What are they?
Mr.
No.
Frequent.
Freak? Wait.
Frequent.
Well, no,
Where did he go?
No, I don't know about the freaks up this year.
Where did the freak go? A joke.
You know, sir, from the people that try beat me by the words.
I'm sorry. I've carried the conversation elsewhere. Frequent.
Right,
where were you going?
Yes, where me go again?
Me no know.
Frequent attendee of the airports. So I've been to like Gatwick and Heathrow like maybe
I still can't go
about
nowhere.
15 times for the last 5 years.
Oh God.
And I haven't traveled. I haven't left the country yet.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Not
Soon.
yet, but soon. But all right, we're good and we're there. You know, we're looking for it today. Everything all right.
But actually, soon no one will be going anywhere because we got some information over the weekend from our Honourable Prime Minister about lockdown and the new measures that will be happening as of this Thursday, the 5th of November.
But I'm not quite sure about this.
I'm not
this
sold on it
information
as yet.
because
I'm not sold on it as yet, but that is what we were informed of in the release on Saturday. Yes?
All right. So good evening to everyone that's joining us
Yes,
on
let's-
Facebook as well.
let's start there.
Yeah, but let's start there. Let's first
Yes.
of all disclose what you was what.
So basically, it was shared that from 12 a.m. Thursday, the 5th of November, everyone must stay at home and may leave only for a limited set of reasons. So we'll be observing, remember that they did like the 3-tier measures.
Yeah.
So we'll be in the 3-tier measure. And what that means is 1, pubs and restaurants will be closed for like dining, but takeaways they're permitted. So you can order your food for delivery, that's permitted.
Yeah.
2, non-essential shops, leisure and entertainment venues will be closed. So gyms, shopping centers, all them places will be closed.
Yeah.
No households mixing indoors or in private gardens unless it's in your support bubble. So your household, my household, Dragon household, World Mag, Kalai, we can forward yourself
Yeah.
and link up. But you know, there are persons who live on their own or who need support, who are elderly or are vulnerable people. They have support bubbles. Remember they came out with that during the first lockdown. So you can only meet within your support bubble. You have to stay home. This is what we are told. We have to stay home, only leave home for specific reasons, including education and work.
But continue.
That's a very good question. I'm going to note that and ask management.
Yeah.
We'll bring that up shortly. Schools, universities, and colleges will remain open and outdoor recreation encouraged. You can meet one person outside your household. So you can go outside to exercise, go for your walks, go for your runs. That's encouraged, obviously, because, exercise is good for the mental health. But yes.
Yeah, so what I learned from the last lockdown, I think we are one of the few people who should be allowed to keep going, because every
this is
other
work.
major station continue as normal. The rules don't apply because this is part of news and entertainment broadcasting.
Management?
Not because it's not broadcasting onto a FM band,
Yeah.
but it's still broadcasting because anybody who born in the 90s or the millennium know that the whole entertainment scene has changed. People are moved from FM band and satellite dish to more everything is more online.
Yeah.
So we are the up and coming of the new type of
Yeah.
radio or the new type of streaming out there. So I think we should be allowed to go because it's no rules that radios must have to stop, because as far as I
This
can
is a
see,
part of work.
the same rule that apply to BBC, the Capital One Extra,
Yeah.
is the same rule that apply for us here.
Okay.
What's the difference?
There's no difference.
it's
I
no
don't think there's a difference. So that's a conversation we will have to have with management at a later date. But those updates were what were given to us on Saturday. You can go onto any Google it and it will pop up.
My objection to the lockdown is because it doesn't make any sense, because people only leave their house to go to work and come back here. So what difference does it make? It doesn't make no sense at all, because if if you decide, all right, so you have me at work 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
and the lockdown says stay at home if you can.
So if you can work from home, they're encouraging you to stay at home and
But
work
people
from
were
home.
already staying at home and working from home,
And
so it doesn't really make any it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All it doing is
I think
it's hurting the business.
on.
Then.
hold on, let me just respond to Rick. I think persons, because lockdown actually happened in March, so more people were starting to do few days at home, few days at office.
Yeah.
I mean, based on various situations, probably internet, or you just want a different scene to working. So I think that is where that comes from, because more people were starting to do 2 days at the office and
then
3 days at home. That's I think
But
that's
this whole thing
what
gets
it's
messy for me
directed at.
is like you're putting us on a what they call it, national lockdown, but still you have the schools open. And
Exactly,
university.
that's what I want to say.
That make no sense, because you have to think about kids going at school to mix with a different household,
Yeah.
and parents going to mix with different household when you pick up the kids, because from when the school reopen, I don't see a steady structure to say, all right, this is a good way to deal with the kids, because everybody mix coming to drop off them kids and pick up them kids regardless, because everybody is packed in
one
little
area,
boundary. And there to enter the school premises,
it's one gate.
It's nothing enforced, so you have to wear a face mask or nothing. I
Ah.
never wear none, and I don't even say the teachers wearing face masks.
See
To
there,
be honest. So
and
it's no enforcement. So
and
especially university come on to that. Kids in their teens or early 20s,
Yeah.
they're gonna have crazy party.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
That's gonna
they've
happen.
been doing it.
To
So
keep university open for a 1 month lockdown, it don't make any sense.
yeah.
All you're doing is just pressuring the small business
The
owners.
that's all gonna happen. The people who are the lower end is always gonna feel it more.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
And they said that the carriers of the virus are mostly the young people. So why are you allowing the young people to be out and about, running about, going to school? If this lockdown is truly gonna work, the only way it's gonna work is I have to go back to how it was.
Before in the
So
initial.
if you're gonna do it,
Nothing
make
should-
everything
yeah.
lockdown again, so everybody stay in. I'm not saying that they should, but I'm just saying that's the only
suggestion.
way
Yeah.
that
yeah.
it will work. You can't have it half in, half out. It don't make no sense.
But then on the flip side, I think we had this conversation a couple weeks ago. The mere fact that we've been through some months of the pandemic and people see that they can safely wear their mask, wear their proper PPEs, hand sanitize, wash your hand regularly, go out and do them business and go work and come back. They know the measures that they have to take. It's just those few who refuse to wear the mask, wash them hand properly, or continue to keep whatever event where, I mean, it's just, I just them few people there.
Rasta, like, I'm not sure say the mask and washing your hands is 100% work. You don't work 100%.
Not 100%, but it's better than nothing.
What my question is, what is the end game for this? Because we still don't have a vaccine.
Yeah.
Like in the summer, the R rate gonna go right back down.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna open up back the country. Then
And
you're
then
gonna
it's
come right
sky
back up.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
You just need to know to let people take their chances out there, because that is what I'm all about, taking a chance, because we've been living with this virus for what?
Over 6 months.
8 months now.
Yeah,
8
more
months.
than that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been living with this virus. We've been coexisting in the same place. So we already know the measures and the steps to take. So I think to do a lockdown again is totally it's unrational. It's not rational.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
counterproductive and you're stepping backwards. So
Because they're gonna lock down the whole economy for something where if we don't get a vaccine by now and say Easter next year, the same thing's gonna happen.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
going to be the
it's a-
same
it's a-
process.
They are gonna go down. Then by Easter, all of those holidays, it's gonna spike right back up, because people never really understand. Say the spike start from late August. People start constructing the virus because everybody was free to go out and about and do them regular daily routine.
Life back to
30
normal.
seconds on anything else to share on this? Just
no,
30 seconds.
I think we should close there because time.
Yes,
constraints.
just
we're
give
gonna-
a quick mention, because obviously we have to stick with the time now.
Yeah,
So the U.S. election is currently underway. We
Yeah,
have
it's undergoing.
approximately 3.5 hours. Or that then we hear
Who you think
the
are
new
going?
president. Well, to be honest, I would like to say Bernie.
It's not Bernie.
No, it's not
Sanders.
Bernie.
Biden.
Biden,
Joe Biden.
sorry,
Yeah.
Biden.
Biden.
I would like to say Biden, but the last election, it was the same thing with Hillary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was leading all the way in the poll. and then Trump flip her.
And that's the same. A headline said.
Card.
A headline says polls say Biden, but votes.
Because
Something of the sort. That polls say Biden, but votes whispers Trump.
So
Yeah.
let me
afraid.
let me just explain how U.S. electoral system work. It's not about who win the most vote to win. It's about each state and how much electoral college they have. So is the electoral college really tally?
I think
to
there's
make a
200 and
president?
odd.
No,
200 and odd.
It's not.
of
It's
them.
not 200 and odd. I think it's 600 and something electoral college, because the last time I think Hillary get 260 something, and I think Trump get 200 and something.
Okay.
Yeah. So is the electoral college really determine who become president?
Okay.
Which
To be honest, I
it's
don't.
not fully a democratical state if electoral college who really dictate the presidency, because the people vote do not really have any weight.
Okay.
It's just it's different. It's all the constitution is built over there. It's slightly different from the UK.
Yeah.
UK works on a mostly it's a democratic, and they have two different sides. They have the democratic side, and they have what my name again? The Trump side name again.
Oh, Boris?
Republicans are what they want.
Republicans.
But to be honest, right now it's just
Conservative over here. Get stick with the thing.
no. I'm saying over there is a Republican. So it's basically with for or against Trump. That is the election, and I don't really like much of Biden's policy, but it's just better than what
Yeah.
my the other person is
honest,
standing for.
Right now, I could have put in a better shift than Trump, cause
Wait, is Kanye still in this U.S. presidential thing? Is
no,
he?
I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
it's just
Because
It
I
just
don't
forward
feel
back
like
to
that Trump he don't show respect to nobody,
he not like nobody.
or no ethnic group, or no race or kind, like, and you can't go about doing things like that.
A badness Trump I deal with.
Yep.
And
So
so we wake up tomorrow morning and we will have a result.
We have a result
yeah.
sometime tonight, cause
Well,
definitely before we go sleep, we are here.
no, before you go sleep, cause you know go to bed until
Ooh,
we hours in
further
the
on
morning.
in the news.
Further news, burning topic.
I want to talk about something else, but time is against us. So we're just going to implore parents, especially when it comes to their young children, their daughters, just be very
I think
vigilant.
you should mention don't
Right.
mention
So
it too.
there's a report that came out today where it says this, and this is the latest issue we're reading. Police urge man to hand in himself over London rape allegation. I'm almost sure that persons would have seen the video today of a young lady videoing a man with his hand around a young girl, and she was like, "What are you doing? Where are you going? What are you doing with the girl?" And she basically walk him down, tell him catch him free, and walk off. And when we check the video more, the young girl in which she was speaking to, she asked her if she knew him, and the young girl just broke down and said no, she doesn't know him. All she was doing was making her way to school. So in that split second, she saved her life, because God alone knows what a man they would have done to that little girl.
Probably be another Victoria Columbus situation.
You understand what I'm saying?
But
It's and apparently something similar to this had happened a couple weeks ago as well. It's happening too often.
With a guy grab a kid and run with him. So
it's happening too often.
I like what really go on in London.
I don't like it.
They're reporting that he is mentally challenged.
Which one? This Cadian young man? Cadian Nelson, 26?
They said that he's mentally challenged. But however, what he did in the video for me, that doesn't depict sentiments of a mentally challenged person. He clearly knows
knew
what
he was doing.
And if he wasn't aware of what he's doing, he would have reacted differently. When the girl start
asking him what you doing, where you going with her.
And luckily there's another CCTV evidence where it shows when he actually abducted her.
Yeah, I see that one with like the 5 different screens.
Yeah, the 5 different screens. It show when he actually abducted her, and it was quite clear that he
knew what he was doing.
Knew what he was doing, and he targeted her, and he waited until she was by herself, and he grabbed her mouth, and he had something in his hand. I think he had a knife.
Did he? And he also had a backpack on his shoulder.
I'm not quite sure if he did.
Which one are we talking about? Oh, it's her backpack. Yeah, it's her backpack. Okay, fine. But the bottom line is, please, ladies and gentlemen, parents, guardians, look out for. I know it's really hard.
Yeah.
And just please do the very best to protect.
But all I know,
Big up the
protect-
girl with fine.
Yeah, and
The
shout
sticking
out to
point
that
at
young.
this
Well, I know. Shout out to the young lady who I mean,
It's dangerous.
it's dangerous, but
she
I
risked
mean,
her
she
life, but she
risked
did,
her,
yeah.
exactly. She risked her life to point it out and to save her. So yeah, shout out to her. Go ahead. What you saying?
She, yeah, I think for the community aspect, that was good community policing
Yeah,
at
that's
its
true.
finest.
That's true.
Because the story says, she says that she went and she heard her daughter,
her
her daughter, saying that it
it
didn't
doesn't look
right.
funny. Yeah, something looks funny.
And that's what it's just like when the train. So these messages is that you leave on the train. If something don't look right, call the police.
Yeah.
She did the right thing,
Yeah,
and then
she
you
did
just
the right
follow
thing.
up. And so,
Yeah.
good luck to. I hope they catch him, because
Hopefully,
my advice to him, if you can't hear you and see him, brother,
turn yourself in.
bring yourself in, because
Cause
if
the man them ready for you.
if the road find you, may I
ain't
tell
gonna
you,
be pretty.
it ain't gonna be pretty. So
Yes.
we got the girl, and yeah, let's move on.
And no, before we move on, let me just speak about this quick. If it's a mentally challenged person, as what they are claiming,
Mhm.
I think that anybody who is what you call it, guardian,
Mhm.
or who is responsible for him,
Mhm.
if you know you have a mentally challenged person really and him impose any form of threat to
Mm.
society,
Mhm.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you look out.
should be held accountable for his action.
He
Mhm.
lives at the home. He lives at the mental home.
If it's a mental home, that means that the mental home, somebody needs to be accountable for the action of him, because it could go any other way in
He could have exactly.
Him could have go out there and cut the little young girl throat,
Mm.
because we see this thing all the time. Even in Jamaica, we have mentally challenged people.
Yes.
Just do people things on
Yeah,
the road
and-
because they're mentally challenged.
Mhm,
If you have a
mhm.
mentally challenged person in society, you know that they pose a threat
Mm.
to the general public.
Mm.
You should really put them away,
Mhm.
like off the street, because if you can't go court, what go happen? They must say, oh, he mentally
Him
challenged, you
mad.
get a smack on the wrist.
I'm mad.
The problem,
Can't work.
the biggest problem in this case is that the mental home with all these mentally challenged people, some of them are like psychopaths as well,
Yeah.
is right next door to the school. So it's just one wall separates the all girls school
From where they are.
the the facility
home.
where keep the home for the mentally challenged people.
And I don't feel like said
How is that
is
making
a
any sense?
That is a good mix, because it should be some form of blockade for you to have a mentally home.
Right next
next
to
to
all
a
girls.
All
school.
girls. It don't matter if all girl or all boy. It
A
should not
school
be
in
next
general.
to a school
Mm.
with young
children.
kids,
Mhm.
children.
Yeah.
Because just like how you wouldn't have a prison next to it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's the same thing go, because we understand when people are mentally challenged,
Anything
you
can happen.
lose a part of you. You could flip like this.
Yeah.
So the government, the institution, somebody have to be held accountable as well.
Yep.
Because this thing now, what's gonna happen? They're just gonna put him back in a home, and then we're not gonna hear nothing else about it. And it's not right, because it could be anybody daughter. So if I my daughter them,
Yeah,
Yep.
would I